The Lewis and Clark upgrade project has passed. So before I get into it, I want to thank Senator DeKay and his office for keeping me updated, over the years that I've been covering this, and that is where I get all of my information. We are not only Yankton's realtors of choice, we are the most helpful real estate company in Yankton and the surrounding area. So let's get into it. The Lewis and Clark upgrade project has passed the Nebraska Legislature. So that is like some really important news for Northeast Nebraska and for, all boaters and people, around the area, around Lewis and Clark Lake. For those of you that have subscribed to our channel and followed this important topic, you know that I have made 6 videos and updates to keep you informed on what's going on. My first video was with Senator DeKay in Niobrara, Nebraska. And we sat down and talked about, Star Wars and, everything that was happening with it. And then came the Confluence video, which gave the detailed look at what the futuristic look of what the marina would look like, after it was completed. I've covered the Appropriations Committee hearings down in Lincoln at the legislature concerning this topic. And, we have a lot of invested in this, and the story is not over. And so I would just like to invite you, if it pleases you, to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because we will continue to give you updated information on this topic and other important topics in and around Yankton, South Dakota, and Lewis and Clark Lake. So the first thing I'd like to do is to read part of an email that I received from Senator DeKay this morning. Today is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. And he says, Scott, yesterday the governor signed the budget bills, but did issue several line item vetoes. Relevant to Star Wars, the governor line item vetoed the $18 million allocated for Lake McConaughy. The governor specifically mentioned in his veto letter that he is preserving the $37 million allocated for Lewis and Clark Lake. Right now, I feel we are in a good position with Star Wars for Northeast Nebraska. Respectfully, State Senator Barry DeKay. Senator DeKay also included in his email the budget veto letter from the governor. And I want to read a couple things, a couple paragraphs from that letter so you also understand what the governor is saying. I will have the budget veto letter in its entirety posted on our YouTube channel in the comments. Dear Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, and members of the legislature. So I'm going to skip down. Turning to the line item reductions I have delivered to you today, I have made a small number of modifications to the biennial budget, which I view as necessary to honor our commitment to fiscal restraint. To be sure, the small number of line item reductions is a direct reflection of the depth of the fiscal conservatism this budget represents, and the Appropriations Committee and legislature as a whole have my gratitude for that work. So later on in his letter, he talks about Star Wars. Finally, I have vetoed an $18 million cash fund reappropriation for Lake McConaughy recreational upgrades and have adjusted the proportional distribution of water recreation enhancement funds accordingly. The scope of this project has continued to change over the years and deserves further discussion about how the upcoming infusion of local casino-driven revenue can support these proposed road improvements. This decision will leave $37 million intact for the Lewis and Clark Marina upgrade project. So there you have it. $37 million is allocated for the Lewis and Clark Marina Weigand project, and I will keep you updated down the road. This story is not over, so we will follow it and keep you updated, and I will see you down the road.